What's up, guys? This is Ben from Flippa coming to you today with another one of our amazing featured listings. Today, it's a business called Bloginfluent. This is a French language, so French-based business run by an incredible entrepreneur named Theo, young guy who's really just figured out the keys to success, and he's trying to sell what he's built to someone else who's young and hungry. Basically, what they do is sell strategy for folks who want to learn how to invest, be that in stock market, real estate, themselves, whatever it may be. It's pretty fascinating. He's done an incredible job, but he can tell the story better than I can. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with Theo. Well, Theo, thanks for joining today. If you want to just start off and kind of tell, I would love to hear a little bit just about your background as a business person, and then how you ended up starting this business yourself. You want to get going?
Okay, so first, thank you so much for having me today. I'm quite excited as well about talking to you and Flippa community about my business because it's a big part of my life, and more than a business, more than money, more than investment for the potential purchaser. It's a big part of my life, and it changed it. So a pleasure to talk about it. Um, First, I have to be honest, my background about business is not that big. This is probably the only one I start seriously. And all the small thing before was just like some try. And when I decide to focus on one thing, it became what we're going to talk today. It's about helping people, not just about making money, or because I think it's not just numbers. And the next owner should focus on this as well. It's not just numbers, we helping people. And I think every successful business, it's about focusing on people you help. And the true value of this business, it's helping people. Basically, it's simple as this. Whatever the way we use, it's about giving value to people. It can be through the video we give for free. It can be through the online training. It can be just by answering email. But all the business is based on helping people, not just creating a business or investing in stock market or investing in real estate. It's about how to change their life. And I choose this angle because I think people are ready to pay a lot, not just to having some money, but changing their life. And actually, I run my business in the same way I'm teaching people. It's having money working for you instead of working for money. So during this interview, I'm sure you will ask me like what the owner have to do. And being honest, as I told you before, I don't want to oversell, and I don't want to say like, hey, it's the dream. You have nothing to do at all, and money come through like raining. It's not like that. But since the beginning, I start my business to make it work for me. So it's not going to be a surprise that I will answer by being honest. You don't have that much thing to do to maintain it, but you have things to do. Of course, like every business, you have to do some stuff to make it grow. But the business is based and created with the mindset of having something working for you. We all know this book, like the 4 hours work week.
Right.
Not everyone think that way, or we don't mind. And I don't mind personally about what people think about this book. I'm just saying there is a way of thinking we all share. And I start my business with this mindset of having something working for me, because time, it's much more valuable for me now than money. And it's why as well I'm selling my business, because most of my friends around me, even my girlfriend, told me like, hey Theo, what do you sell? Your business is going well. Even my assistant that we're going to talk maybe about just after, he was the first one saying like, Theo, why are you selling? I'm like, yeah, because the point is not about making money. I feel like I have enough, being honest. And the second point, I feel like maybe have some new challenge in my life, maybe can do something with this money. And there is many ways to do money. And I feel like now it's just maybe my time to give the key to someone who really want to just maintain it or make it grow. But for me, I just feel like, okay, Theo, what kind of new challenge you can find and how you can use this money to make you as complete, and like waking up every day and want to destroy the battlefield. Like I was being honest, since a few months ago, I discover some new thing make me like more interested, but making much less money. So I have to do this, but I have to find this balance that I like between doing thing I like, doing thing I want to do every morning. And now I just feel like putting my face online is maybe not the thing I want for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
So
that's
new
commendable.
challenges.
I get that.
So
No, it's amazing. Sometimes you do want to kind of do something that doesn't make as much, but it excites you. I like that. So
I think
what,
it's a really luxury thing to focus on something you like more than something making money.
for sure. So can you dive a little deeper into like what are people buying? Why are people paying you? What's the
People,
product?
the products, it's online training. We're selling online training. There is different way the business make money, and actually I don't even include some source of income that the business make, because I think people will not be able to use every way the business was making money, like sponsoring. Actually, just last year we received more than $100,000 just to show some product. Not even talking about it, not even about doing a video about it. Just wear this T-shirt or
Right.
stuff like that. So I feel this is everything, and I think the new owner have to just focus on the basic and mainly source of income the business is helping people making more money that they're doing right now. And it's not just about how much money you can help them to get, it's about the way how they can get it, like how to invest in real estate and making the real estate working for you instead of working for money. Same as stock market, we focus on helping people to pick some stock, paying dividends.
Right.
So all the business is with the angle of not stopping working, but working for something you like more than working for something just making money.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. It's pretty cool. One of the questions I asked, and it's in the blog post that'll be below this video, but it seems, when I was kind of looking through your social media, your YouTube and everything, I mean, this is very much built around you, around
Yeah,
your
yeah.
personality, your knowledge. You seem, you've got, kind of like a great vibe to you. How do you see this kind of transitioning to a new owner? Like, how would that work?
I think there is a different opportunity to make it continue. And by continue, I just don't mean maintain it. I mean, make it much bigger, because recently we just start a new offer about stock markets, because before we're thinking, okay, Theo, you have to sell expensive product to make like big numbers. But actually the fact is different. I just start a new offer, 27 euros per month, means like $30 per month. And now it's the main source of income of this business.
Hmm.
And putting my face on like every video and stuff, for sure it helps to sell. But more than this, people trust into my name, trust into what I propose, um, because I focus on giving a lot of value. And whatever, if it's my face, if it's my grandma face, if my grandma give more value than me, it's gonna be the same. People just look for value, just look for help. Of course, they like me, I think, as a person as well, because sometimes I'm talking about my life. And this is what makes the business lively and more human as well.
Right.
So I think the next owner have to think about these three opportunities that I think about it. Like it's first, just hire me. Like, Theo, can you do some video for a year in advance, 2 years in advance, 3 years in advance, talking about intemporal subtopic, like how to manage your own money, not talking about the current real estate market, talking about anything based on the right now.
Right.
This is what I'm doing online. I'm just talking about thing in temporal. Like if you see during this period, many things happen on the stock market. I never publish any video talking about this, but people ask me, but I'm not going into this, because I'm just creating content to make it work for life.
Right.
And this is the point of all of the business, is just creating content for life. So the second opportunity, the second choice of the new owner will be to create some video around animation. I'm not talking about comics or whatever. I'm talking about like Video Scribe. For people knowing this, it's a tool that you can use to animate some pictures, to create a storytelling and
Yeah.
helping people through image to understand like kind of complicated thing about finance.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is
No,
the
it's a great
second
idea.
thing. And have many YouTube channel, and I did it by myself. We have some try on the YouTube channel, and there is some video making hundreds and hundreds thousand of view on my YouTube channel without showing my face and making such good result. And actually we just published 2 of them, and it's in the top 10 of my most
Oh,
viewed
wow.
videos. So I'm not talking about thugs, I'm talking about facts. And the last opportunities that I think the new owner have is to create some video just about stock picture, stock video, and hiring someone having more or less the same voice as me, and just continue to make the business grow, just teaching people how to control more than money.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's curious. You obviously mentioned, you do really well. Is YouTube kind of the biggest driver for your business, or is it
I
Instagram? Or
think it's a I think it's a big combined, sir. But being honest, at the beginning, I was more focused on okay, how much traffic YouTube's drive into my funnel to sell my product. And actually, I recently discovered something. It's we have a lot of tourists on YouTube, and we have a lot of customer from the blog, from the website.
yeah,
And I think it's not I think it's not just one thing. I think it's everything.
it's a
When
combination.
people, yeah, when people go on my website and don't even see my face, give me their email, receiving some free training online, and then they discover me on YouTube as well, because people interested by something will of course use many different channels to find something. But
Right.
when you put your, it can be your brand or your face online through YouTube, a website, it can be social media, people have to admit you're really 100% into it. You're not just the owner of a website uh, outsourcing some post. So it's what the new owner have to keep in mind. It's everything. I think YouTube is quite good. I think a website is quite good. I think social media, it's okay. Not my favorite at all, because you publish a pictures today, what about tomorrow? There is no one coming through your profile. So
Right.
I think the biggest asset is, for me, a balance between the YouTube channel and the website. And I think the game changer is um, giving some short selling like promotion during my birthday or something like that, and pretexting this to create an offer, like limited offer. And then if we just look at the number, it's what make the most.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's funny because so many people are always telling me how much they focus on social media, but what you just said makes so much more sense, because anything you post on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, I mean, literally within 2 hours, it's just way down on the list and no one's looking anymore. Whereas YouTube, if I'm looking for whatever you're selling me on YouTube, I mean, that's going to live. I mean, I end up watching YouTube videos from 15 years ago sometimes, because that's still what's coming up. And the same goes for your blog. And I'm looking at your Google Analytics right now. And I mean, you're getting over 75,000 unique visitors a month. And I think it's 83% organic traffic. So like, I mean, these are things, some of those posts, I'm sure, are things you wrote 4 years ago that are still just driving traffic right now.
And I
Which is
think
pretty cool.
serious people, and I think people who wants to really go through creating an online business, serious people who wants to go into real estate or stock market, do you think they go on social media? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
They're not
If
getting
you're
advice from
serious
Instagram.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, you're just looking for a mentor. You're just looking for serious advice from people applying what they say. So
Yeah.
and I think there is no better channel to communicate. I think social media is quite good. I think it's really good, but I think it's not just the right thing for me
It's not
and the
right for
right thing
everybody.
for the, yeah, I think the new owner need to have the same mindset as me. It's having something working for you. And if you work on social media, you know that you will ever for the rest of your life working for social media, because it's not even your content. is the content of the social media. But when you publish a post on your website, it's
Yes.
your post. When you publish a video on YouTube, the video on YouTube himself is the ownership of YouTube, but the video on himself, it's your property, and you
Cheers.
can publish it on any other things.
Yeah, it's very true. It's interesting. How often are you posting new content to either YouTube or blog posts or anything like that? Is it
Uh,
weekly, monthly, every hour?
uh, 3 videos per week published, and it's all about keyword. But actually, since the beginning of the year, we have to change a little bit the strategy, because we have this really good news that we reach 100% of every keyword about entrepreneurship, business online, about real estate, about stock markets, having more than 100 research per month. We rank on 100% of all the keyword.
All right.
So the thing is, the strategy of the new owner can be based on keyword, but being honest is not that important as it was before. So now the new owner can focus as well on, let's say, exotic keyword like a cryptocurrency. But by the way, saying this, it's remind me I cover as well 100% of this research about Bitcoin. Because
Good. You can
this
teach
is
me a
so
thing or
easy.
two about Bitcoin. That's something I still don't quite understand.
Actually, I hired someone to create the online training, so I can just like tell you what I say on my YouTube channel, but no more.
Yeah. Well, that's a fantastic segue. And you brought it up earlier, but of course I want to ask about sort of the time spent, and of course you mentioned in your post you have I assume it's a virtual assistant, someone, or is it someone who's local to you? I don't know if how close you are with this assistant, but let's talk about them. I'm curious, how much work they're doing. Is this someone who would come along with the business, or is this your own personal assistant who's sticking with you? And just how do you see that transition with the new owner as well?
So to introduce to people that are looking us right now, my assistant is not my assistant, is the person who started with me this business. And actually at the very beginning, he was just a writer, and he was so good into every task I gave him. I was like, are you available? Can I give you a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more? And I have to admit, every time he surprised me about the quality of his work. And he was more than that, he was really loyal. Just to give you an example, sometime in the business you have something you cannot control, and it remember me this day that our website hosting, whose server was going down, and it came back again a few hours later because it was a maintenance. We cannot do anything about this, but it's remember me that this assistant was working all night to answer in less than 24 hours to every customer. And I didn't have to tell him, because for him it's natural. So I feel like this guy is damn loyal. He's doing pretty good work. And the only thing he needs in return is just security. So how I met this guy, he come from actually the same city as me in France.
Wow.
Quite weird, but I never met him. And then I go like directly to live in Thailand 5 years ago. And then he was deciding to move in South America. And he was so happy to work for the business. And after that, I was just like, okay, I shouldn't change, because even if this guy is not perfect right now, because he's, of course, he's still a human. Sometimes he do some mistake or whatever. He's not perfect at all, but he's so loyal and he improved. When I told him something one time, he never do any mistake after. He's just like, okay, I apply. He know how I works. He works with process. And I have to admit, if tomorrow the new owner just want to replace him to someone else, thing I don't recommend at all, because he know the business since the beginning. But the new owner can replace him because we have process. Every single answer we have, everything is like already register, and just in 2 clicks, you have the answer, the full answer.
Right.
So anyone can take the customer relationship.
But this guy is happy to stick around with the new owner.
Yeah, I had a serious discussion with him because he was worried, because I told him, listen, I really enjoy to work with you for 5 years, but I have to tell you that I'm going to sell this business. And he react, as I told you, like, why, Theo? It makes so much money. And then I told him, like, what would you like to do? Would you like to stay to work for the business? Would you like to stop? How do you feel? And he told me, like, yeah, I want to stay into the business. And if you start something new, just let me know. But I feel like this guy will be built for maintenance of this business, because he knows everything about this,
right,
since
it's
the
a
very
huge
beginning.
asset. It's almost like you get to become the new CEO, and you've already got like a COO on your side who knows how to kind of do everything.
I think giving him a security, and maybe I don't know, it will be the choice of the owner, but give him maybe interest on the business will help a lot.
Yeah, incredible. Well, the last thing I want to go over, and I think you've kind of touched on quite a bit, but what are maybe the top 3 opportunities you'd see for someone to grow this? And I'll throw out probably what I think is the biggest is translating to English, another language. I don't know if that's on the top of your mind, but if there's that, and what else you might see.
Yeah, being honest with you, I was thinking about this every year, and I never find any partner who have shoulder, like enough of shoulder. I don't know if we can say this in English, but in French we say, like, someone having shoulder. It means someone that you can count on.
Okay.
But I never find anyone enough motivated and to start this with me, because we're not talking about how to make 1,000 euros per month. We're talking about business making a lot of money every year. And if you want to go into this business, if you want to translate it, make it good or don't make it. I think the new owner have to know this. Whatever the business you do, you have to do it 100%. And even if the business works for you, if you want to develop it, focus on quality. And I think it shouldn't like, okay, I go on Fiverr and I ask someone paying $5 a month, like, oh, can you translate this old business? It's not going to work like that.
Right.
I think the new owner need a little bit of background about business, and specifically on being sure people do the job. And it can be managing, it can be really focused on the quality, being focused on the quality. It's like in real estate, it's like in stock markets for people investing, you have to invest on quality. Investing on quality people should be the game changer of translating the business.
Love it. Yeah. That makes so much sense. Because we all see it day to day when we're searching around on Google, and the lower value, the sites that don't give us the information we want, there's kind of just mistakes or weird photos. And then you look at it and immediately you say, oh, I think I'm going to go to the next website because I don't trust this one.
Yeah. Do you think Facebook or Tesla was created with just 5 people, $5 a month? It's not working like that. You have to hire like smart people.
Yeah, that's the key. No, and you've clearly built something great. You obviously know what you're talking about. It's good to hear you have someone on the team who really knows this business from day one, essentially. That'll be a huge asset to whoever ends up taking this over. They don't have to learn everything from scratch. They've got someone there. I'm excited about it. I think this is a really neat opportunity for anyone. So, I appreciate it. Thanks for listening on Flippa, and hopefully we'll find someone for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ben. Have a nice day.
You too.